Guys, we are back. We didn't think that we'll be back so soon, but we found time in the middle of the day to shoot the video for the announcement of the Indian Test squad. We just have received news that Shubman Gill has been named the new Test captain of India. As per all the reports and everything that was circulating around in the media, we all had a lot of prospects for captaincy. We had Jasprit Bumrah, we had KL Rahul, we had I think Rishabh Pant for that matter as well, but they have gone, the selectors and the coach have gone forward with Shubman Gill. There have been people who've been saying that his record overseas is not that good while playing, so he shouldn't be the captain. But now the statement has been made. He's the future of Team India, Shubman Gill. Let's talk about him for a while. Uh, he has played a few test matches in England, although he was not there for the last two, 2021. He's played two, three odd test matches, the two WTC finals, and one odd test match in England. So he's got a bit of experience over there. He's been on a couple of tours of Australia. So decent enough exposure to overseas conditions. He's got the backing of Jasprit Bumrah as a lead in the leadership group, and so will be Rishabh Pant, who will be supporting him, and obviously from the slips, KL Rahul with all his experience will also be supporting him. So I think in the absence of Rohit and Kohli, he's got the support. He's played 35 odd test matches, and given the way he was captaining this season in the IPL, I think he, if not the best, he's a suitable candidate if I can say that. Let's start with Rehan. रेहान, क्या लगता है शुभमन गिल इस टेस्ट साइड के साथ क्या वो सेम चीज कर पाएंगे जो विराट कोहली ने 2014 में किया था?
He has a template in front of him. He has been a part of that side. He knows how things can be taken forward from here, and he's got a very big task at hand. Playing England away, that would be a challenge, but I think that can help his batting if he takes up much responsibility at number four.
करेक्ट.
Uh, and he can definitely replicate what Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have done for the Indian team. Uh, just that he requires support from the experienced players and the batters. Uh, the form of the batters has been questionable
Yeah.
in the last two series, but still, he should take responsibility, lead from the front, and show that he is definitely a captaincy material.
And Rehan, do you think that Shubman Gill batting at number four, uh, obviously big shoes to fill because we saw Sachin Tendulkar and then it was a level down to Virat Kohli. Obviously, you can't compare the two giants, but now he'll be like in the number four position, which has been a sort of a legacy of Team India, the Test team, because since the last 25, 30 odd years, like the best players, the best batsmen have taken up that role. In the absence of Virat Kohli, I remember Ajinkya Rahane had taken up that role because he was the captain. So, do you think Shubman Gill can bat at number four, or is number three the correct position for him?
I think the Indian management looks at Shubman Gill at number four. They think that he is the best player to represent India at four. And I personally think for him, number four should be that spot. Uh, in test matches, your best player has to play at number four. That is my personal belief. You look across all the successful teams, they have had players at number four who have been legends of the game.
Correct.
So Shubman Gill should actually look up to Virat and Sachin and take that responsibility and replicate what they have done. And in this team, the setup that is there, number four is the spot for him.
सो अगर आपने जिस हिसाब से बोला कि नंबर फोर पे आपके बेस्ट प्लेयर को खेलना चाहिए और इंग्लैंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया टूर पे जसप्रीत बुमराह हमारे बेस्ट प्लेयर रहे थे, बैट्समैन भी बहुत बहुत बारी ऐसे देखने वाला था कि वो हमारे बेस्ट बैट्समैन भी रहे इनिंग्स के, तो क्या उनको नंबर चार पे भेज सकते हैं?
कुशाग्र असवानी आप ही बता दो, चार पे खेल सकते हैं।
अच्छा.
नहीं नहीं, आई थिंक चार पे शुभमन गिल आई थिंक इज अ गुड ऑप्शन। पहले हम जो वीडियो शूट की थी व्हेन विराट कोहली अनाउंस्ड हिज रिटायरमेंट, वी वर डिस्कसिंग ऑफ ऑप्शंस की और कौन हो सकता है नंबर फोर पे जो पॉसिबली खेल सकता है, जो वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को अच्छे से निभा सकता है। बिकॉज नंबर फोर इज अ पोजिशन इन टेस्ट क्रिकेट जो आपका सबसे बेस्ट बैट्समैन खेलता है, जैसे रेहान ने भी अभी बताया। और करंट इंडियन टीम में अगर देखा जाए तो शुभमन गिल उस पोजीशन पे सबसे अच्छे तरीके से फिट होते हैं। कांट रियली से ही इज द बेस्ट बैट्समैन, बट सिंस ही इज द कैप्टन, आई थिंक उनको वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मिल जानी चाहिए अब कि नंबर 4 पे वो खेले, बिकॉज ओपनिंग में आपके पास ऑलरेडी केएल राहुल और जायसवाल रहेंगे, और नंबर 3 पे शायद साई सुदर्शन खेल सकते हैं। तो गेल के लिए अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है। इंग्लैंड का दौरा उनका पहले आई डोंट थिंक उन्होंने किया है कभी, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दोज 2 वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप फाइनल्स। बट अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है उनके लिए तो एक स्टेटमेंट रखने के लिए कि अब मैं आ गया हूँ, अब मैं नंबर 4 का जब बैटर हूँ, और मैं अगले कुछ सालों तक अपनी लेगेसी इस पोजीशन पे बनाना चाहूंगा।
Kush, great answer. You mentioned Sai Sudarshan. Let's talk to Karthik about the same. So, two notable inclusions in the squad are Sai Sudarshan and Karun Nair. Karun Nair, despite his recent IPL failures, has been selected because of his performance in the domestic circuit in the Vijay Hazare and the Ranji Trophy. But let's talk about Sai Sudarshan for a bit as well. A lot of commentators in the IPL, a lot of team coaching staff, and everyone have been saying that Sai Sudarshan has got the best technique in terms of format for Test cricket. Uh, his
Mm.
technical aspect is quite well sorted in the IPL as well. When we saw him score big runs, he scored that 100 against the Delhi Capitals. It was not murderous stroke play. It was technical batting. It was batting at its best, and I think he's selected to this in this squad because of his consistency rather than his IPL performance. He's also scored a few runs in the domestic circuit, but I think the temperament with which he plays makes him a crucial player. Plus, I think his batting technique is well suited for England conditions. तो आप इन दोनों के बारे में बताएं। सबसे पहले आप करुण नायर के बारे में बताएं।
See, yes, with everything that was going on around Karun Nair about how he wanted a second chance in cricket, I think this is his second chance and might even be our last chance as well. And yes, he didn't perform as well as he would have liked in the IPL, but I think, IPL is just one part anyway. And looking at how he performed in Ranji Trophy and Vijay Hazare Trophy, I understand the warrant behind his selection, but I don't expect him to start over Sai Sudarshan simply because Sai Sudarshan has been very consistent throughout the year. He has played very well for Tamil Nadu and India A as well. So I think, and like you had mentioned, Sai Sudarshan's batting technique is very well suited for the overseas condition in England and how the pitch is
Correct.
going to be. And it's just that the consistency that Sai Sudarshan shows is a very clear indication that he should be the one backed over Karun Nair.
So very well mentioned. I think the top four pick themselves, KL and Jaiswal to open, given the consistency they showed in Australia and the temperament to counter the new ball, and then Sudarshan and Gill at number four. But let's talk about the famed bowling attack of India. Obviously, 5 years back, when in 7 years back in 2018, when we had toured England, India had the best bowling attack they ever had on that kind of on England shores. We had Shami, we had Bumrah, we had Ishant, we had Umesh. But this Indian bowling lineup looks a bit uh, undercooked, especially because Jasprit Bumrah might not play all the 5 test matches, 3 and 4 at max. That's what we've been hearing. So if he's absent, Mohammad Siraj might just lead the bowling attack. Plus, we've got inexperience of Prasidh Krishna and Harshit Rana to complement that. So you have got Shardul Thakur, who's been on the last tour of England, and he's been touted as the golden arm. But you don't really know because he's not played for India in quite a while. So I'm opening this question to the floor. Any one of you can answer. क्या लगता है क्या इंडिया का bowling attack उन फ्लैट कंडीशंस पे फ्लैट पिचेस पे अगेंस्ट बैसबॉल क्या कैसे फायर करेगा?
देखिए, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो ब्रांड ऑफ क्रिकेट इंग्लैंड खेलती आ रही है, काफी हाई रिस्क क्रिकेट है। जो मैं अगर एक वर्ड में अगर मैं मेंशन करना चाहूँ, तो जब आप हाई रिस्क क्रिकेट खेलते, जब आप अटैकिंग अप्रोच के साथ खेलते हैं, तो आउट होने के चांसेस भी ज्यादा होते हैं। और टेस्ट मैचेस में कुछ बोल नहीं सकते, अगर एक अच्छी स्पेल 2-3 ओवर्स की अच्छी स्पेल अगर एक डल जाए, जहाँ पे रन्स कंटेन हो जाए, तो इंग्लैंड के बैट्समैन जिस अप्रोच से खेलते हैं तो थोड़े रेस्टलेस हो सकते हैं कि रन्स नहीं आ रहे 2-3 ओवर से, मुझे थोड़ा अटैक करना है, तो उस अप्रोच की वजह से चांसेस क्रिएट हो सकते हैं। और जो इनएक्सपीरियंस बॉलिंग लाइनअप की आप बात कर रहे हैं, वो भी इस टूर पे काफी कारगर साबित हो सकती है।
Correct.
मैं one point, I'll just put 1 point to it. Uh, that third bowling option, that third fast bowler would be an Achilles heel. Matlab, you don't really know who that third seamer would be. And in the spin department, see, there is no longer you have Ravichandran Ashwin, it will be Jadeja.
Correct.
That will be bowling back to back. Is he the same kind of bowler that he was 5 years back? Maybe not. You don't know where your wickets are going to come from after the opening spell is done. So that is somewhere that they will have to look into and make the changes quickly. If they lose out on a couple of test matches early, you will see that they'll definitely make their bowling lineup more lethal.
Correct. And to add to what you are saying, Rehan, I think हमने ये भी देखा है कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जब हम तीन गेंदबाजों के साथ तेज गेंदबाजों के साथ खेलते थे और नीतीश कुमार रेड्डी के साथ, वो सेम मोमेंटम 40 ओवर के बाद दिखता नहीं था जब बॉल पुरानी हो जाती थी. While as far as I remember, when Virat was the captain and Shardul played under him, Shardul was playing the containing role, or Ashwin or Jadeja, either of these two were playing the containing role, and he used to attack with one pacer from this side. But with this inexperience, and as you mentioned, if Shardul is again not there, and like Gautam Gambhir and could decide to go in with Nitish Kumar as their fourth seamer and the all-rounder, it will again be difficult, which is why I think an all-rounder of Shardul Thakur's caliber is very important in those conditions, not just with the ball, but with the bat too. I mean, I remember the fourth test match versus England in 2021 जहाँ पे उन्होंने फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में रन्स मार के बचाया था हमारी इज्जत. So obviously that, and now let's talk about the absence of experience from the squad. Obviously हमारे वहाँ पे uh, कोहली और रोहित ने तो रिटायरमेंट ले ही ली है, बट देयर वर कॉन्वर्सेशंस ऑफ retaining Pujara in this setup, bringing him back for this series. But I think the management has decided to go in with a all young experience kind of a setup. They are keen on having some experimentation. तो कार्तिक आपसे जानेंगे, आज जो मैच हो रही है इंग्लैंड वर्सेस जिम्बाब्वे की, अगर उसमें इंग्लैंड की बॉलिंग की बात करें, there is a lot of inexperience from their side too. There's no James Anderson, there's no Mark Wood, there is no Stuart Broad. Their lead bowler would be Chris Wokes. Post that there'll be Gus Atkinson, there might be Sam Cook and Stokes as the fourth bowler. So Jofra Archer की भी injury हो गई है. So there is no such experience from their side as well, which just might be good for our batting lineup as well, right?
Yeah, well, both. I think it's a fresh leaf for both the squads, and yes, the old guard has gone back home. There is no way to keep relying on the experience that once was reliable. But and this is perhaps a test for the younger generation, and we are going to see how they are going to perform. And it's something that happens in with every few years down the line. Every squad gets a refresh, and this is a perfect timing for both of them, I think.
And do you think that the young Indian batting core that we have in the top six, given Rishabh Pant might just bat at number 5 or 6 that we're not aware of yet,
Hmm.
do you think that Indian batting can like perform well against this kind of a bowling attack? Especially Jack Leach will be making a comeback that might just excite Rishabh Pant.
Hmm.
Rehan, you look
Yes,
excited. I'll get back to you for the Rishabh Pant and number 5 debate. Karthik, आप बताएं.
I think there will be some struggle, but uh, I think they have the temperament in them to get back to it and just get the job done rather than just talk about how the issues are going to bottleneck them. So I think maybe first innings or maybe even first match it could be a struggle, but after that I don't see the batting struggling so much. With the bowlers bit, yes, there is a bit of a concern, yes.
Understood. Rehan, please go on number 5 and Rishabh.
Yeah, my number 5 actually is Karun Nair.
Okay.
That's what I have picked.
Okay.
I would like to see Pant at 6 and do something what Adam Gilchrist used to do for Australia in test matches at number 6, because he plays very similar cricket. He goes around hitting the ball at a higher strike rate, and he can quickly take the game away from the opposition. So I think number 6 for Pant is ideal, and number 5 for Karun Nair, because see, he doesn't make it to the top 4, and I think at number 5 he'll have enough time to settle down, build a
Correct.
partnership that he has done in the county cricket for Northern Hampshire, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
That was the county club that he played for. He did extremely well there. So I hope that he replicates the same performance.
So I
सिर्फ
think
एक पॉइंट ऐड करना है
sure.
रेहान के पॉइंट पे,
Hmm.
ऋषभ पंत से रिलेटेड ही है। आई थिंक इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि ऋषभ पंत का जो आईपीएल जैसे जिस हिसाब से गुजरा है वो उस चीज को भूल जाए कंप्लीटली, एंड ही गोज इन विद अ फ्रेश माइंडसेट टू द टूर ऑफ इंग्लैंड, बिकॉज नंबर 6 एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पोजीशन है। इट कैन पोटेंशियली चेंज द गेम इफ यू बैट वेल, इफ यू गो इन विद अटैकिंग अप्रोच, आप गेम चेंज कर सकते हो। तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा कि वो किस माइंडसेट से जा रहे हैं और कोई बैगेज लेके नहीं जा रहे कि मैं
Correct.
आईपीएल में प्लेऑफ्स में नहीं आ पाया, हमारी टीम नहीं आ पाई। तो जस्ट गो इन विद अ फ्रेश माइंडसेट एंड प्ले द ब्रांड ऑफ क्रिकेट दैट यू बीन प्लेइंग इन टेस्ट क्रिकेट, बिकॉज इन टेस्ट क्रिकेट ही लुक्स अ कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट प्लेयर। जिस हिसाब से वो लिमिटेड ओवर्स में खेलते हैं और उनका जो रेड बॉल क्रिकेट है वो काफी अलग चलता है, तो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा उनके लिए टूर।
So let's now move on to your playing 11 predictions. But before that, I'll just like to talk about the backups. In the spin department, we've got Washington Sundar and Kuldeep Yadav as the backups. Washington Sundar will be important as the second spinner in the Manchester Test match, and another Test match if we go like decide to go in with a couple of spinner, or if we decide to rest Ravindra Jadeja. Apart from that, in our pace bowling attack, I think backups are our main bowlers, so not much to discuss there. In terms of opening, I think Abhimanyu Easwaran's and Dhruv Jurel's selection is important because Dhruv Jurel was also the designated vice captain of the India A team. So he's been given the duties of substitute wicketkeeper in case Rishabh Pant is not fit to play or if he's not in form. So backups are good enough, but they are as equal as our main batsmen as well because everyone likes experience in these conditions. So now let's move on to the playing 11 predictions. रेहान आपसे शुरू करेंगे नंबर 1 से नंबर 11 आपकी टीम क्या होनी चाहिए इंडिया की?
Openers pick themselves Rahul and Jaiswal. Sai Sudharsan 3, Shubman Gill 4, Karun Nair 5, Pant 6, Jadeja 7, Shardul 8, Bumrah 9, Shami 10, and Siraj 11.
Okay. Karthik.
I think first to yashasvi KL Rahul, then I'm thinking third will be Sai Sudharsan and fourth Captain Gill. Uh, Fifth, I think will be Pant and then Nitish Kumar Reddy at six. And seven and eight, perhaps Jadeja Thakur. Uh, then Bumrah, Siraj, and if Shami is fit, Shami, but otherwise it's gonna be Arshdeep, I guess, or Rana, or probably Rana.
Push you.
केएल राहुल जायसवाल ओपनिंग करेंगे। साई सुदर्शन मैं 3 पे चाहता हूँ खेले। गिल एट 4, नीतीश कुमार रेड्डी एट 5, पंत एट 6। आई वुड पिक वॉशिंगटन सुंदर एट 7, एंड देन जो 4 बॉलर्स हैं, अगर शार्दुल ठाकुर हैं तो 8 पे शार्दुल ठाकुर, एंड देन शमी, शमी नहीं है राइट?
नहीं है. Not as
Shami
of now.
Agar,
सिराज,
He might be added on a later date. So
सिराज बुमराह
yeah.
और हर्षित राणा।
So yeah. So for me, it would be Jaiswal and Gill. Sorry, Jaiswal and Rahul to open. Sudarshan at number 3, Gill at 4, Pant at 5, Nitish at 6, Jadeja at 7. Jadeja and Nitish can bat interchangeably, depends on what kind of a combination you're looking at, right, left if you want. And Shardul, for me, my three fast bowlers would be Siraj, Bumrah, and Prasidh Krishna. I would like to go in with Prasidh Krishna over Harshit Rana because of the firstly the height that he has. Second, on the basis of recent performances, he's been a standout bowler for Gujarat Titans. And third, the pitches that we'll be playing on in England would be mostly flat decks, and I think Prasidh would have more to offer than Harshit. So this is my playing 11. Now let's move on to the theme that we have caught in this IPL. Let's have one bowler to watch out for, one batsman to watch out for. Rehan, you from India, okay?
Of course, for bowler, I think it'll be Bumrah.
Okay.
And batter, I really want to see Sai Sudharsan be the top scorer.
Karthik,
Same, Bumrah bowler and then batter will be Sai Sudharsan.
Kush,
भी बुमराह हमें पता है जो क्वालिटी वो लाते हैं तो ऑब्वियसली वो होंगे, बट आई वुड पिक हर्षित राणा एज अ बॉलर टू वॉच आउट फॉर, एंड एज अ बैट्समैन मैं चाहूंगा यशस्वी जायसवाल.
so I was also going to mention Yashasvi Jaiswal because I think he's India's best batsman, test batsman at the moment. कुछ भी बोल ले कि ये अच्छा है वो कैप्टन है बट आई थिंक यशस्वी जायसवाल had he played 15-20 more test matches he could have been captaincy material. He's India's best test batsman because of what we saw in Australia as well. And for me, my bowler to watch out for would be Mohammad Siraj, because he's making a comeback. He was dropped from the Champions Trophy and he's made a good sort of a good comeback in the IPL. And I think his red ball performances are there to see. And he would be quite instrumental if India are looking for a victory over there. So that's the predictions that we have. Now let's take a look at the scoreline predictions. रेहान क्या कहाँ एंड करेंगे इंडिया इंग्लैंड का 5 टेस्ट मैच सीरीज कहाँ लगता है
I think England will win. That is my prediction. 3-1.
कार्तिक
3-1.
कौन
इंग्लैंड विल विन. अरे बोल रहा था.
खुश
2-all.
ओके 4-1 इन फेवर ऑफ इंग्लैंड बताइए सर कार्तिक जी बताइए
I think the squad is too inexperienced to really get the job done.
मेरा point वही है कि they don't have a succession planning,
करेक्ट
because of
Yeah.
which you have put players under the pump,
करेक्ट
and that will reflect when they go out to play.
एंड
तो
आई थिंक
थोड़ा
दैट जस्ट
difficult तो होगा.
और 2027 वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप फाइनल इंडिया में है एंड यू जस्ट माइट नॉट सी इंडिया प्ले देयर so that's a bit of a concern but final comments on our coach before we cut this call. Any
I
one
think
word to decide?
Kushagra has some good words to say about him.
वो हम कुशाग्रे के वर्ड्स हम कॉल के बाद ब्लूपर्स में डाल सकते हैं बट प्लीज आपसे शुरू करेंगे रेहान.
नहीं यार, see, not really happy with what is happening. Especially it is the start of a World Test Championship where we should go in as favorites. But थोड़ा डर लग रहा है कि ये सीरीज शायद वैसे pan out नहीं हो. Let's back the team and hope that they at least do a formidable job.
करेक्ट ठीक है आई थिंक लेट्स नॉट टॉक अबाउट द कोच गुड वो नहीं तो फालतू का हमारा वीडियो रिपोर्ट हो जाएगा. सो गाइज दैट्स इट फ्रॉम आवर एंड फॉर द टेस्ट स्क्वाड अनाउंसमेंट. You see that we have been putting a lot of efforts in making this video as aesthetically pleasing as possible and the viewership experience as better as we can. We are working on it. We've got an in-house team of great VFX editors as well. So guys, thank you for watching this video. We'll be back soon before the preview of the first test match. But before that, we've got a World Test Championship final on our hands. It's going to be an exciting contest and we will be there every day to bring you the same content that you've been watching in the IPL. Thank you guys. Signing off the Slip Cordon.